Welcome to After Playlist, a music reaction and discussion podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Terrio.
And I'm Brandon Lee.
And this is our final episode of the year.
Woo!
I know. It's been crazy. We're taking a moment to reflect on the past year of music, as well as the podcast, as well as talk to you about the few things that we have planned for the next year. So we're not going anywhere, but it's the end of the year, so we have to reflect on it.
Yep. And of course, we always love music and talking about it here on the podcast, but we do always like to include some obligatory disclaimers. Number one, this is just a quick little episode to say thanks to all of you listeners and to share our thoughts with you, the After Playlist podcast community. Number two, we're going to continue talking about music. We have not been canceled. We're going away forever, just taking, short break. And lastly, that's it. We really wanted to say thanks for a phenomenal 2023 and that we're super looking forward, even more so, to a better and bigger 2024 for us and hopefully you guys.
So going into 2024, we are going to take a small break and we return in mid to late January with new episodes. We already got a few exciting things planned. And it's the holiday season. We've been going hard with the podcast every other week with the episodes, every other week with the playlist announcements. So, we want to take a little moment to enjoy the holidays as well as spend time with friends and family and come up with some fresh ideas for the episode. All in all, we truly cannot express how much we are thankful for the audience that we've developed over the past few months of the podcast. Your comments, your feedback, some of those that are close to us, some of the text messages, as well as some of the polite death threats that we received from some of the some of the playlist choices and some of the song choices that we selected for the playlist that we've curated for that particular episode. All of those were taken in great spirit, and we're obviously going to talk about those in future episodes. But just to get that kind of feedback and stuff, it does resonate with us. So huge thank you for the support, and we're super excited. But we couldn't just leave y'all without an episode. We just kind of wanted to take a moment to kind of say, what we just want to share our best ofs of 2023 ish, because there's still new music coming out that we haven't got a chance to listen to yet, or some new music that has came out that we haven't got a chance to listen to yet, as well as there's so much going on in music that we can't possibly have it all. But I defer to you first, Brandon. Thinking back of the different playlists that we've curated so far with the podcast, was there like a favorite playlist or a favorite moment in music that kind of stuck out to you?
If I had to pick one playlist that we've done so far, I think for me, the storytelling and music playlist just hit differently. Just, I've said it ad nauseum at this point. I feel like that I'm very lyric focused, and that was just, I really just enjoyed digging in and like really piecing together what the story is of these songs and what they're trying to say. I would like to quickly though, you mentioned the death threats. I think the cringe episode that we made needs at least an honorable mention for getting the most engagement just out of people being like, why did you do this to me? that listened to it.
Absolutely.
I think that's definitely more so than any other episode where a lot of the death threats came from,
Well, I mean, yes. So we got a lot of death threats on that one, and then we say death threats loosely. That's not a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Don't just so people think. Yeah. Just to make sure, we're safe. Everything is fine. But the other one that also got a lot of direct feedback was the country music episode, which we're definitely going to do country music part 2, because apparently there's some country music stands out there that
they took issue with how we approached that whole topic and the songs we chose. So we're definitely down the line. We're for sure planning to reapproach that. Maybe potentially have some other people that are more knowledgeable on to maybe educate us a little bit. We'll see what happens with that, but that's definitely in the works. Well, okay. Well, what about you? Do you have a favorite playlist again, just mine was the storytelling, just because I'm so lyric focused, and I love the fact that music can be in a 4-minute song. You can have an entire story with like a beginning, middle, and end, like told. So I love that, and that was a really fun episode to dive into those songs and like break them down.
I would say it's a toss up between okay, because I can't just pick one of my favorite babies. Um, I would say the recommendation roundups have been my favorite, mainly for the variety.
Mm.
Um, the fact being that I can start that playlist and hit all like my sensibilities from if I want a mood switch, if I want to go from rock to hip hop to R&B or a little bit of techno or live instrumentation like with Beats Antique, just having that moment. So both of them, Volume One and Volume Two, were my favorites so far. In particular, I'm forgetting the name, and please forgive me. It's like is it Incas or something? It was the guitarist guy. Um, what is his name? I am drawing a blank.
Ichiko, you talking
There
about
we
the
go.
Polyphia,
Yes, that song.
where it was like just the metal instrumentalists?
Yes, and he just killed it. Like like when that song comes on, I don't know, just like I kind of get giddy. It's weird. Your lyrics focused. Me with the lyrics out, I'm just like yes. The lyrics are out of the way. Now I can really just focus on the music.
Right.
So I thoroughly enjoy both of those playlists. Like I said, like we said earlier, you can always find those playlists on our social medias. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy those.
Those were definitely up there for me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Any moments in the podcast stood out to you, as far as like any guest or anything like that that really kind of,
Oh man, all of our guests have
kind of.
been so great.
I
Whenever we had
agree with
Lisa
that.
on, she to date still has the best woo that we've had of anybody. I think about that randomly all the time, and just have like something will happen, and I'll, instead of me going woo, I'll just have her voice saying it in my head, and it's just like, internally woo.
Yeah,
That was pretty great. Um, DJ Kenny Boy, really just all the guests, man, were so phenomenal this year. DJ Kenny Boy was our first inaugural guest, and he killed it. We had
yeah,
Charita. She was like a jam and a half to have on. We were definitely gonna have all these people. Tim was super fun and educational. Like I feel like we learned a lot in that episode.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if I can just pick one. Like it's been a super awesome ride so far, and the guests that we've had on so far have been like phenomenal in my opinion.
I agree, but there is one guest that shows up randomly that just really tickles me to death, and that's Mariah. Like whenever her essence just happens to creep up.
She does have a habit of like popping up, bringing her thunderclouds with her.
Yeah, yeah,
No matter how
absolutely.
many times I apologize,
I mean,
she keeps
I
threatening
mean,
with that lightning.
I'm just saying, I don't know why she keeps showing up. I'm so innocent. I've never said anything ill about her at all. But yeah, just like those moments definitely make me smile. So definitely looking forward to the next year. Like I said, we should be back around, I would say mid January. I forget the exact date, but just keep checking on your feed, keep checking on our socials. Our website is afterplaylist.com. Our socials are at after playlist spot. We'll definitely give you guys a heads up that we're coming back soon, and that way you can go ahead and get your listening on, and then come back to the podcast after you listen to the podcast. Come back to the podcast after you listen to the playlist.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
alliteration there. It's okay, buddy.
yeah. Thank you, appreciate it. It's been a while here. Words get harder.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely. So, alrighty, guys. Well, again, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much. It really, I know Terry already said it, but I feel like we can't express enough just how much your support up to this point really means to us, and what this podcast means to us. And I think we are just beside ourselves with excitement to start pick up again in January and see what the next year takes us.
So keep on listening, and we got some more listening to do. So, next year's gonna be excited.
Oh yeah.
We got some stuff planned for y'all. Ooh, we got some stuff planned for y'all.
Oh buddy. Oh buddy.
Yeah, it's gone. We're gonna kick it up a notch. So get those ears ready.
Yeah. And in the meantime, like he was saying, like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And most importantly, keep on listening.
Keep on listening.
Bye.
Bye.